Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Lamplight City gameplay video. Today we are starting with our next case, Case 3. I'm assuming that'll be happening during this here recording. I almost at stream. I'm not streaming this.
So,
I would.
You're up at last.
You sound mad.
Is something the matter, Addie?
Oh, I see. You don't remember last night, do you? I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Oh, man.
Please tell me I didn't do anything stupid last night.
No, I wouldn't use the word stupid.
Oh, thank God.
Disgusting and shameful would be more appropriate, I think.
Oh. What did I do, exactly?
It was nearly 2 when you burst in here, soused to the eyeballs from God knows where. I imagine you've probably forgotten that, too. You were muttering something about peace and quiet and then proceeded to relieve yourself on my begonias before stumbling into bed.
Charming. I salute you, O Vice Admiral of the Narrow Seas.
Good God. How embarrassing. I'm so sorry, Addie. I don't know what came over me.
I don't either. I've never seen you in such a state, and I pray that I never will again.
I just bit off more than I could chew last night. I promise you, it won't happen again.
What possessed you to go out and get so drunk anyway?
I decided to stop taking the soporific. It was interfering with my ability to focus on cases. I thought perhaps having a drink or two would help me sleep, and I got a bit carried away.
I see. Well, I'm at least glad you've stopped taking that terrible medicine.
Yeah, but I can't
trading
replace
it
that.
for alcohol? This had better really be a one-time occurrence. Anyway, you got another message from Upton. It's there on the table, if you're feeling fit for the world now.
Alright. Let's not trade it for alcohol. It's not that doesn't work well. Fordham! A new case has come in, but the police are already investigating. Details have made their way into the newspapers. I won't be able to meet you at the Raven, so here are the details. The deceased is Desiree Lathan. Her apartment is at 840 Right Way. Good luck. Alright.
Huh.
What does Upton say this time?
That she can't meet me, and that I should go straight to the scene of the crime.
I wonder if that means the police have started to suspect that she's giving you these cases.
She also says news of this case has been made public, and the police are already investigating. Have you heard of Desiree Lathan?
Yes, there's something about her in today's paper. I didn't read the article, though. Where's the crime scene?
840 Right Way. It's not too far from here, thankfully.
You're sure you're feeling up to this today?
I'll be fine. The mental exercise will get me back to normal in no time.
We'll see. Harris baby found, suspect in custody. This is us. Nice. Linda Walker, friend of the baby's nanny, was the kidnapper. Walker was arrested in Pierre with the child. Charles, the second line to inherit the Harris Construction Company. My detectives should be commended for their outstanding work. They didn't find baby Charles and bringing him home last night. Oh yeah. That was definitely you. This is it. Desiree Lathan, aged 63, was found burned to death in her home yesterday morning. Police called the scene by a neighbor who smelled smoke, only to find the grisly scene. Miss Lathan in her bed, body burned to ashes. Circumstances of Miss Lathan's death are unknown. Police have not ruled out the possibility of foul play. Lathan was born in New Bretagne, the daughter of a wealthy plantation owner. She grew to become one of the most loved and respected of the Gascon Grand Dames. Although she had many suitors over the years, Lathan never married. An avid reader, writer, and poet, Miss Lathan had several articles published in local newspapers and magazines. Residents of Gascon so they would miss seeing her in the brightly colored hats and dresses as she walked by. Alright.
Well, this is shaping up to be quite the investigation. I should probably get a move on before the police ruin the crime scene any more than they already have.
Good luck, Miles. And
Thank you.
Stay away from the bars, would you?
I'll make every decision I can to stay away, Adelaide, but I'm working blind here.
Enjoy your reading. I'll be back soon.
Good luck.
Half these decisions I make, I don't even know how they're gonna affect the rest of the game. Alright, let's go to 840 Right Way. Wrong
Looks
way.
as though we've arrived fashionably late.
Excuse me, sir, but this is an active crime scene. We can't allow members of the public. Oh, this isn't just any member of the public, Kane. This is Miles Fordham. He used to be one of us until he got his partner killed.
Wonderful. Officer Parsons is on the scene. It's a shock the apartment isn't in a shambles.
Good day to you too, officers.
Fordham? What are you doing here?
Ah, Captain Snelling. What a pleasure.
That's Chief Snelling now, Fordham. I don't expect you follow the workings of the department much these days, but I'd appreciate the proper address.
So nice to see that power hasn't gone to his head.
My apologies, Chief Snelling.
You haven't answered my question. What in blazes are you doing here?
I read about this case paper and thought I'd have a look.
Story was front page news. I couldn't resist coming to have a look for myself.
There's no respect for police business anymore. Damn meddlers.
I'm the one.
This is an active crime scene, Fordham. Leave the premises immediately.
If we work together, we can solve this in no time.
We could solve this case in no time if we work together, you know.
We don't need any help. Not even from former detectives. Parsons, I'm going back to the station. I want your report the minute you're done here. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, don't get any funny ideas, Fordham. If you so much as breathe on anything in here, I'll have you arrested for tampering with a crime scene. Do I make myself clear?
Just be polite.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad that's settled.
Alright.
I suppose it's reassuring that even in this crazy, ever-changing world, you can always count on Snelling to be a complete ass.
You heard the
Missed
chief.
it.
No snooping around. The sooner you get out of here, the better for all of us.
Definitely too young to be Miss Lathan. Perhaps a relative? Judging by these books, Miss Lathan was quite the fan of poetry. Let's just hope her taste was better than Madame Dupre's.
I think I have to try to get them out of here.
You have to hand it to her. Miss Lathan certainly had a unique taste in fashion. I bet you could see her coming a mile away. No title. I doubt it's a diary. People rarely leave those things laying out in the open.
Don't get in trouble.
An invitation to the Gascon Grand Dame's ball. It seems it was held 2 nights ago at the Gascon Supper Club. Might be worth looking into, seeing as it's our only lead right now.
True. Let's see if we can maybe get these people to move out of our way by talking to them, perhaps.
Begging your pardon, officer.
Yes, what is it, sir?
We won't talk about it all, I suppose.
How long have you been on the force, officer?
2 months, sir.
And how's it treating you so far?
This is where I was meant to be.
That's good to hear.
Parsons mentioned you used to be a detective?
I was, yes, for 15 years. It wasn't always easy, but I loved every minute of it.
Parsons goes on about how he's got his eye on becoming a detective, but I don't know if I'd be able to handle it.
Is that right?
Yes, he's up for review. I think he's trying to impress Snelling to improve his chances.
Parsons wants to be a detective? Now I've heard it all. As if he needed more of a reason to be Snelling's lapdog.
Okay. That might help us. That might give us some sort of an edge to use.
Is there anything you can tell me about Desiree Lathan?
I'm afraid not. You don't have clearance in this investigation.
And there's nothing I can say to convince you otherwise?
My superiors would be very upset if they knew I was breaking the rules. I'm sorry.
I think the operative phrase in this instance is if they knew. We need to find a way to get Parsons out of here. Maybe we should visit Upton at the station.
Okay. Alright.
Do you enjoy working with Officer Parsons?
I don't like to talk about my colleagues, sir. Especially when they're...
I understand. Perhaps...
Alright, I see.
Thanks for your time.
We need to
Not
get
a
him out.
prob.
We need to get him out first. So, I'll talk
Excuse
to
me.
him while he's
Clear
here.
off, Ford. You aren't on the force anymore, so you've got to respect the rules, just like every other citizen.
He'd be respecting my fist if I were alive, believe me.
I'm not trying to cause any trouble.
Well, if it will get you to leave faster.
While you're here, I want to ask you some questions.
What can you tell me about Desiree Lathan?
Nothing.
Because you don't know?
No, because I'm not going to betray Chief Snelling's orders and divulge that information to the public.
Come on, Parsons, you know me. What harm would it do to tell me just a little bit?
Do I have to state the obvious? If it were up to me, you'd be in jail for murdering an officer.
I wouldn't make such claims without knowing the facts, Parsons. It could get you in serious trouble. It'd be a real tragedy to see your career cut short and you back in the workhouse polishing airship rivets.
You don't scare me, Fordham.
Rest assured, the feeling is mutual.
What might he talk about? I might ask him about Officer Kane. I might ask him about wanting to become a detective.
You're looking well these days, Parsons. What's your secret?
Secret? I don't know. Maybe something about getting a good night's sleep without blood on my hands does wonders.
Alright.
How long has Officer Kane been on the force?
I'm not one to gossip, Fordham.
That's only the second most hypocritical thing I've heard today.
Ask him yourself if you're so interested.
Alright.
I hear you're looking to become a detective, is that right?
Yes, that's right. Shouldn't be a difficult bar to clear, given the caliber of some former detectives.
The process isn't easy, you know. You have to prove you're the best of the best.
Don't think I'm not aware of that, Fordham.
I'm just saying, standing around here isn't going to do you any favors.
I know that. First chance I get to shake this grunt detail for a shot at some real investigation, I'm all over it.
Parsons' eagerness might be something we can use to our advantage.
That's all I want.
Good.
That's all I wanted to know for now. That's all I wanted to know for now. Upton, at the station.
I didn't imagine we'd be coming back here in this lifetime.
Fordham, have you solved the case already?
Don't I wish? I haven't even gotten started.
Well, I'm here if you need anything. Just be sure not to let Snelling see you.
Is he back yet?
He arrived a few minutes ago. I expect he'll be sequestered in his office today, so you shouldn't have to worry too much.
Good to know. Got a moment, Upton?
Yes, but let's make this quick.
Oh, there's so much I want to talk about.
Back to work, I see.
Yes, well, the coffee shop holiday had to end eventually. I'm gonna have to find someplace else to meet you. The higher-ups are getting suspicious.
To be honest, it was a bit wretched there. I won't miss it.
Well then, Mr. Big Bug, you can have the honor of choosing the next place. Under a bridge somewhere, perhaps.
I want to about everything.
Have you been able to find any leads on Bill's death?
Have you?
Not yet, no.
I've been looking, but I haven't been able to come up with anything either. There has to be a connection somewhere. Criminals don't usually just fall off the map.
Okay, I wonder if I'm missing stuff.
I see the Gazette has caught wind of this supposed mass murderer.
Yes, Snelling has been positively fuming about it. Between that and the Lathan case being publicized on the same day, it's been a nightmare for the department.
Any idea how they got the information?
I don't think anyone in the department has spoken to the press. Maybe they just have some very good reporters.
So, is it serious? Should we be concerned?
3 murders is nothing to sneeze at, but all the victims have been men in Chumley. If that changes, then things might start getting urgent.
Isn't that just the way of things? You can bet they'd have already caught the bastard if the first body had turned up in Leon.
Alright, let's talk about Charles Harris real
Any
quick.
updates on the Harris baby?
He's back home and doing well thanks to you.
I'm glad to hear it.
You did an impressive job. I admit I was a bit concerned about how you'd fare after months of taking it easy. But I suppose detective work is like riding a bicycle.
It's a guaranteed way to end up with a broken arm.
Alright.
I'm having some trouble with Officer Parsons.
You and everyone else who's ever met him. What's the problem?
He's keeping me away from the Lathan crime scene.
Of course. He's one of the most loyal to Snelling.
Any suggestions for how I might get him away so I can look around?
I might have an idea. There are several reported crimes that haven't been assigned yet, and Parsons is itching to prove his investigative chops. He'd probably abandon his post for a good enough lead and a chance to impress Snelling.
Upton, oh good, you impress me.
Department politics are something of a specialty of mine.
Right, so...
How about getting Parsons away from the crime scene?
All right, these are the as-of-yet unassigned crimes. The body of a young man was found in the Hodgman River by the Gascon docks this morning. A woman in Chumley reported hearing a single gunshot in her neighbor's apartment last night. There was a deadly explosion at a factory in Worcester that may be linked to sabotage. And that's it for right now. Any of those strike your fancy?
I don't know. This is an interesting thing for the game to be giving me.
Tell me more about the body found at the docks.
An unidentified man in his 20s was found in the river near the docks. The dock worker who reported it said that the body was bloated and decomposing. He must have been in the river several days. Dr. Edwards performed a post-mortem and determined the cause of death to be a blow to the head.
I see. Certainly leaves a lot of questions.
Do you think Parsons will be interested?
No, actually, let's try another one.
All right, which one?
I want to hear about them all
Let's
first.
hear about the gunshot.
Ethel Williamson reported hearing a sound she described as a single gunshot coming from her neighbor's apartment last night. She said she had been hearing arguments over the past several weeks, and there may have been domestic violence involved. When she knocked on the door, she got no answer, but she said she noticed the distinct smell of flowers.
Intriguing.
Do you think Parsons will be interested?
No.
No, actually, let's try another one.
All right, which one?
Give me the details about the factory explosion.
The owner of the Hawkins Steelworks reported an explosion at his factory that killed 2 of his workers. He says he's been getting several threatening letters about his current project.
And so he suspects someone has sabotaged the operation?
Yes, likely the Redites. Do you think Parsons will be interested?
No, on second thought, let's leave this for right now.
All right, let me know if you change your mind.
I am going to change my mind at some point.
That's it for
the
now.
question is,
Better get back to it then.
is there anything I've missed right now that would help me determine which one is going to be the one that gets him away? Because I bet I only have one chance of this.
Parsons?
What?
So I'm going to ask him some other stuff.
Have you made much progress on this investigation?
Did you not hear me the first time, Fordham? Drop it before I have to arrest you for interfering with a police investigation.
Why was Chief Snelling here anyway?
He's the chief of police, and this is an official investigation. It doesn't take a grand leap of logic.
Yes, but the chief of police never bothers with a crime scene unless it's of great importance.
Your point?
Does that mean this crime scene is, in fact, of great importance?
You're the investigator, Fordham. I'll leave you to work that one out.
That's all I wanted to know.
Good.
Anything more interesting from
Making your-
this guy
yes.
we can still learn?
What was Chief Snelling doing here?
Nothing more than a routine inspection of the crime scene.
Routine inspection? But the chief of police only goes to extremely high-profile crime scenes.
I couldn't possibly comment on that, sir.
Thanks for your time, officer.
Not a problem.
Okay. No new information learned from this. I want to go to Gascon first. We'll check this out. While I
That
kinda
painting
think
depicts a
about it.
hand dropping a bunch of blood-soaked silver coins into another hand. Definitely sets the bar for the type of people who come here, I'd say. Nobody's bothered clearing this table yet, it seems. The bridge to Lyon overlooking the House of Parliament. I suppose that seeing that helps the patrons of this club put on airs. These are all high-end foo-foo liqueurs and cordials. You couldn't pay me to drink that rubbish.
Alright. Got a woman sitting there. Just checking to see if there's anything else of note.
Excuse me, miss?
Oh, well, hello there, handsome. I've never seen you around here before. Care to join me for a drink?
Don't want to insult her. I am in fact married. But flirting with her may be a way to get information.
Thank you, but I'm on duty.
On duty? What are you, a cop?
Force of habit. I'm a private investigator, actually.
Oh, not much better, if you ask me.
The name's Miles Fordham, and you are?
Charlotte Robineau.
Pleasure. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I suppose not. It would help pass the time.
Alright, Charlotte.
Were you here for the Grand Dame's ball the other night?
Of course, we all were. Well, except for Laura. Terrible business.
You mean Laura Dupre?
The very same. Have you met?
I have. In fact, I investigated her attempted murder.
Is that right? I heard it was her daughter who did it.
That's what the evidence pointed to, yes.
It's always so ghastly when family relations turn sour.
I wonder if mistakes I made in the first case may be affecting this case here.
Do you know Desiree Lathan?
I knew her, yes.
When did you last speak to her?
Oh, it's been ages. She and I haven't had much to do with each other for a while.
Why is that?
It's really not important. We just didn't see eye to eye on a few things.
Was she at the Grand Dame's ball?
Yes, she was. Drinking up a storm, as usual. Desi really knew how to enjoy herself.
How much did she drink?
Oh, I don't know. She used to outmatch me, and I can handle quite a bit.
Talk about you first.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Why, Mr. Fordham, I hardly know you. Well, that said, I'm always open to making new friends.
Ooh, watch out, Miles. I think she's getting ready to pounce.
I do not want that. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. Let's talk about Desiree's death
What can you
first.
tell me about Desiree's death?
Just what I've read in the papers. She burned to death. It's horrible. She certainly didn't deserve to die in such a gruesome way.
Did she have any enemies? Anyone who might have wanted to do her harm?
No. Everyone loved her.
Except you?
Mr. Fordham, I said we haven't had much to do with each other. That doesn't mean I didn't care for her. Now please, let's drop the subject.
Alright. This may not be over yet.
Thanks for your time. I'll let you get back to your drink.
Thanks, sweetheart.
I might come back and explore the dialogue options available from flirting with her. But I really don't want to get to the point where my marriage is put in jeopardy because of it. That would not be good. I don't know if I'm doing this right here.
Got a moment, Upton?
Yes, but let's make this quick.
About getting Parsons away from the crime scene?
All right, these are the, as of yet, unassigned crimes. The body of a woman. There was a and
know that.
Any of those?
So I think I'm trying to think like what would Parsons think is something that if he solved it'd be able to impress Snelling? And the factory explosion is interesting. Sabotage is a pretty big deal. The body of the docks is kind of a low profile thing, but it's challenging. It sounds like the gunshot seems basically unimpressive.
Tell me more about the body.
An unidentified man. The dock worker who reported it said that Dr.
Oh, yeah, we
I
need
see.
that.
Do you think Parsons will be?
Let's try it.
Sounds good. Let's go with that one.
All right, I'll send out the report as soon as we're done talking.
That's it for now.
Better get back to it then.
All right. I don't know if this is working out or not. I feel like we're off to a bad start. I'm gonna be honest.
Damn, looks like Parsons didn't take the bait. He must not have considered that case enough to prove himself to Snelling.
Great. Was that my chance?
Got a moment?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Nothing worse than a picky investigator. I wish more people were like you. All right, these are a woman in. There was a any.
All right. So my next one is the
Give me the details about the factory explosion.
The owner of the hockey set.
And
yes. Do you think
Let's try it.
sounds good.
All right.
That's it
End
for now.
case.
Better get back.
End conversation. Alright. Come on, fingers crossed. The gunshot seems so inconspicuous. Please. He's still here.
Damn, looks like Parsons.
The gunshot! That's the one you're interested in, Parsons. The gunshot.
Got a moment?
Yeah?
Let's hear.
She thinks
Gunshot.
You think Parsons?
Go
Sounds
with
good.
it.
All right.
That's it.
End conversation. Oh my gosh. If this is what gets him out of the house, I don't know. If it's not, I have other ideas, but... The gunshot.
Looks like Parsons took the bait. Now maybe we can finally have a look around the crime scene.
Maybe I missed something. Well, Officer Kane's still here. Can we talk to you now, sir?
Begging your.
Yes.
Let's talk about Officer Parsons
Do you
now.
enjoy working with Officer Parsons?
If I'm being honest, he can be a bit much sometimes.
Trust me, you're not the only one who feels that way. I didn't have much interaction with him when I was a detective, but the few times I did weren't very pleasant.
I could tell he doesn't seem to care much for you. Although I don't think he cares much for anyone except the chief, and that's only because he's the one who gives out the promotions.
Alright.
What was Chief Snelling doing here?
He was inspecting the crime scene.
Yes, but why was he involved? Is there something special about it that would require the chief of police to look into it?
Well, someone thought it might be related to the big case we're not supposed to talk about.
You mean the mass murderer?
Yes, sir. I could see why the chief is upset that the news has gotten out.
And is it related?
No, I don't believe so. But the news reports have been getting the public on edge.
Of course. The less information there is, the easier it is for rumors to start spreading.
Exactly. Chief Snelling has a lot of fires to put out.
If that's the case, it's too bad he didn't get to Ms. Lathan in time.
Okay.
Is there anything you can tell me about Desiree Lathan?
I couldn't really say.
Come now, I'm trying to help this investigation. Any small detail would be useful.
Well, I haven't really looked over the crime scene too much. It's rather gruesome, you see.
Is the body still here?
Yes, what's left of it at any rate. Miss Lathan was only identified by the tattoo on her foot.
I see.
Let's wait.
Thanks for your time.
Not a...
Let's wait. I'd like to get back in there, but I want to first check out this letter again.
An invitation to the...
Okay, so I can't click on it. I was hoping that one of those I could actually, you know, get a closer look
Judging
at.
by these books, let's just hope we're taking...
Okay, no. There's nothing new here for that.
Begging your pardon.
Yes.
Well, hold on.
Thanks
now.
for-
Hold on. I didn't even check this.
The bedroom is probably full of clues. We need to find a way to get in there.
All
Begging your
right.
pardon.
Yes.
Crime scene.
Has there been much progress here?
Snelling and Parsons examined the scene, that's all I know.
Do you think I might have a look, now that the initial investigation's been conducted?
I'm afraid that's out of the question, sir. I have my orders.
Officer Kane, I'm trying to aid this investigation. There may have been something overlooked by the others.
If Parsons were to catch you, my career would be over.
Parsons is
Trust
here.
me, he won't be back for some time. I swear on my honor as a former member of the New Britannia Police.
All right. I suppose you can go in for a moment. But please, be quick about it.
He's
Thank
got a
you,
sense
Officer
of
Kane.
honor.
I promise, this will stay between us.
I just love rookie officers. They're so gullible. I once got one to shine my shoes for a week after convincing him it was department policy. Good times.
Thanks for your time, officer.
Not a problem.
Perfect. Perfect. I think it's time for us to do some real investigation.
That's certainly a pungent aroma. I can see why the officer stuck to the living room.
This is
Surprisingly
absolutely
modest
foul
quarters
play.
for a grande dame. You'd never guess she could buy out the likes of you and me 1,000 times over.
Alright, there's a lot here. There's a lot. Fireplace. This one's gonna be crazy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get started on this one in the next episode of Lamplight City. Thanks for joining us today. See you guys next time.